Frankie, played by Rose Ayling-Ellis, is currently embroiled in a complicated storyline on EastEnders as she is hiding the secret from her sister, Nancy Carter, Maddy Hill. She was the one who ran her over in a recent hit-and-run accident. Zack Hudson, James Farrar, was also involved, and after starting a romance with Nancy, Mick Carter, Dyer, told him to end things after Frankie told her father the truth about what happened to her sister. Unfortunately, Nancy saw a conversation between her sister and lover and presumed the pair were enjoying a romance, but when Frankie put her in her place during Tuesday's episode of the BBC soap, there was an indication she could be hiding why she hasn't had a relationship since arriving on the square. The episode began with Frankie and Nancy sharing a cell after getting involved in an altercation at the Prince Albert in Monday night's episode. Nancy was still being cold towards her sister, believing she was moving on with Zack just days after breaking things off with her. "How many more times do I have to tell you? I wasn't making a move on Zack," an agitated Frankie told her sibling. "You still haven't told me what you were doing, though, have you?" Nancy bit back, with her sister telling her she was angry. "It wasn't nice the way he treated you," she explained before they were interrupted by Officer Callum Highway, Tony Clay. Callum told Frankie she was free to leave but said Nancy would have to stay as she was the one who threw the punches at the bar. Wanting to prove to her sister she was standing by her, Frankie told Callum she was part of the fight and should stay in the cell. It seems Mick's youngest daughter was impressed with the loyalty, and as they spent more time together, Nancy opened up about her love life. "You can't blame me for jumping to conclusions," she firstly said as she showed she had some insecurities about romance. "He's annoyingly attractive and you have been single for ages," she continued, to which Frankie replied, "I wouldn't go there. Maybe I should take a leaf out of your book and stay footloose and fancy-free," Nancy told her sister as the first clue was dropped about Frankie's romantic past. The latter was confused and Nancy elaborated on her point as she explained, "I just mean maybe I should stay single, like you." Instead of delving into her past, Frankie interrogated her sister as she asked, "Was it serious? You and Zack? Not for him, obviously," her sibling said before explaining why her marriage to Tamoor Masood, Hamish Patel, didn't work out. However, she might not be the only one who has walked down the aisle, as there might be a reason Frankie doesn't talk about relationships. This is because she could have married someone before she was introduced to Walford last year, but it might not be clear-cut. Frankie might have got married to help someone out, rather than tying the knot because she genuinely loved them. She might think this would make getting into a relationship harder, as if marriage was on the cards in the future, she wouldn't be able to go through with it for legal reasons. As her time in the square continues, Frankie could find herself embarking on a romance, but her past could come back to haunt her. Needing to end the marriage, she could call on her husband to arrive so they can end the nuptials once and for all. The person she married could be in a better position and would no longer need to be man and wife with her to get what they needed. Unfortunately, their meeting might be noticed by Nancy, who would then probe her sister as to who she was talking to. Not wanting to keep any more secrets from her sister, Frankie could reveal it as her husband, and he is the reason she hasn't had a relationship in Walford. This could blow Nancy's mind as she questions whether she really knows her sibling at all and would want to tell her parents. Frankie might ask her to keep it under the radar, however, not wanting her past to have an impact on her future. Trending as their conversation in the prison cell drew to a close, Callum let them out as he convinced his sergeant to let them go. The sisters returned to the Queen Vic, with their relationship being in a lot stronger position than it was before. Frankie confronted Zack, who was drinking in the pub, and said she knew it wasn't easy for him to keep the secret about the hit and run which had destroyed his romance with Nancy. Unfortunately, he wasn't sympathetic and told his love interest's sister she wasn't the one being kept out in the cold. Will Frankie decide to confess about her husband and her involvement in the hit and run to Nancy in the hope all the burdens of her past will be put to rest?